Ever since the machine has been purchased, I've seen that there is a tiny leak on one of these big swivel connectors feeding all the hydraulics for the crane and harvester head, and had dreaded tackling that a little, but felt it was time. Made kind of a trough or a pipe out of plastic. Secured the end with a little bit of cloth and a zip tie, and on the other side just a little bit of cloth to force any oil to drip off. Then trouble finding the tools suitable to undo the things, so had to search some. Missed undoing the first side, but a lot less oil came out than I was afraid of, so let a little bit drain out and just collected it at the end of the plastic. Here you can see the way needed to undo these. They were on there quite tight, a little bit of chain and a breaker bar to get extra leverage to get them to start moving. Once broken free, it came out quite easily. Then the adapter at one end needed to be recycled to the new one. Here you can see me being cheapo, a really old sledgehammer that had a cracked handle that I found at a store that was gonna throw it away, and we glued it and put some tape on the handle and been using it for years. Been working great. The adapter was hard to, it didn't want to come undone, so a little bit of heat and a long pipe and clamped it in the vise, and we had to thin out this tool a tiny bit because it's kind of a narrow slot. Once loose, we removed the gasket here. It came apart, so we had to cut the rubber, clean things up, added some tread sealant, new gasket, and then it was just a matter of tightening things up. With everything tightened up, it was just getting it back in the machine. Missed the first side, but two of us, one bending the hose a little and being able to get it to start treading on. Use the same leverage solution to tighten things the last little bit to get it nice and tight. The plastic was pulled down and all the cloth was removed, and a little bit of cleaning, removing what little oil had spilled. Put some fresh paper on there to see that nothing is leaking. Then I decided to look at the one we had removed, and it came undone so easily. I suspect, because I can't really see any damage, it's kind of common that these are worn, but I suspect that it had started to come undone ever so slightly, and there doesn't appear to be a gasket sealing this, so it's probably just been some tread sealant on there that's supposed to seal it, and when it had shifted ever so slightly it started dripping from it. So just clean things up a little and added tread sealant and tighten it back up, and gonna keep it as a spare, and if I have a leak in the future I will try reusing this one if so.